And we can now be heard. Hello.
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 So you guys can talk directly to the chat now.
Oh. Yeah. Interesting week.
Indeed.
Nope, did not mean for that to be playing. Jesus. Okay, so... I don't know what the song is called, but yeah. Lit. Oh, Lit. It's called Lit.
Well, that's what a moment of silence is for, guys. It's to have silence.
Okay, add... Let me find this freaking thing. Okay, it's under... Okay, so it's under that. Okay. Sorry, I was looking for stuff and trying to get stuff fixed. So, properties, browse, and it's under YouTube, apparently, because I ripped it from there. Cool. It's called Lit. Wow, really?
And they can hear us, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they should be able to.
Yeah. Oh, it's under Koi no Katachi. Okay, gotcha.
We're just waiting on a few seconds here.
Okay, there we go. No, I don't need that showing. Thank you. Okay, and that is that. All right.
Okay, cool. So Zadoom, I'm just going to answer that question. If you want to follow us on our Patreon, we have a schedule for a 1 year thing. So, but
as far as any idea, do we have any idea when it's going to be out? Yeah, we know exactly when it's coming.
Yeah.
And hey, you wouldn't be asking that question if you had made it to the live reading that we did for episode 7 of Log Horizon Abridged just recently. Which we did
was so much fun.
Which we did just like 2 days ago? It was 2 nights ago. It was like Friday night. Friday night we did
Friday night.
And we actually announced. We didn't announce a specific date, but we announced when it would be coming out. So hey, if you were a patron, you'd know. That's all I'm saying.
It was dysfunctionally delicious.
Yes, Theo.
My voice had to recover after that.
I had a fun time.
I'm just glad that my voice for this is just lower than my natural voice. It makes it easier for speaking.
Gosh,
Jesus.
darn it.
So,
okay, so getting rid of this. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, there we go, and bam. Okay, so I can at least get this taken care of. I'm going to remove the other thing. What's the? No. Okay, first off, that goes into there. Image. Aha! There. Get rid of that. Huzzah! And now we can talk about our first thing. So, Fel.
Well, actually, shouldn't we not introduce ourselves and then like our new person before we start?
We have all the people introduced below.
It's not like I spent 30 minutes almost trying to get everything together, and we're like half an hour late.
We're starting today. I swear to God.
No, I'm sitting here saying, do you want to waste time with introductions, or do you want to get through probably 2 hours of shit?
Yes. We do introductions. It doesn't matter whether it's episode 1 or episode 1000.
I'm just saying, we have like 2 hours of content that we've got to get through.
I also have to say, are we wearing pants or not for this episode?
I'm not wearing shirts.
I will leave that up to their imagination.
I'm not going to state, but
episode 5, once again, pants
not exactly
are optional.
Shorts.
I'm just saying, episode 5, once again, pants are optional.
That was episode 1. Come on.
Episode 5, yeah. Which is why I'm saying episode 5 is once again, pants are optional. That's the full title. Yeah. Technically, I mean, if you're looking, not pants, so they're just they're underwear. So if you're just wearing boy shorts, first off, that's hot. Secondly,
you know it.
Secondly, it's not pants, so you're following along. Good job, good goer.
They're shorts.
Good girl.
Of a type.
So
they're really.
So, let's introduce our newest voice to join us for now.
Pretty sure I did that in just the title of this episode alone, but yeah, sure, go ahead.
Hey, some people don't know who he is.
Walkering on through Comic-Con.
Hey guys, my name is Walkman Axie, or I go by Walker. I voice Krusty in LHA, and I'm a new guest here. Yay!
I love that we finally have Krusty and Linessia together again.
Oh my god!
Yes!
Save your fan fiction for later.
No, like
that's what I really should have put down. That's what I really should have put down when I posted on all our social media.
Has been...
I'm like, he found his dragon. Krusty and Linessia are together for anime and stuff. That's what I should have said.
That makes our first topic actually a little awkward.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, right?
That does. Oh my
Everybody,
God.
all right, we're about to talk about Dragon Prince. Everyone, make sure to roll your nat 20s. I just want to get a shirt, and apparently we have to get around 100,000 subscribers. So we're close to halfway, but 100,000 subscribers before shirts become viable. But I want a freaking shirt. Look, I'm just gonna tell Tony this. I want a flippin' shirt for the cast that shows up at AWA. That's what I really want. I'll find a way to fund it.
Yeah,
I will
I
find
would
a way to
definitely
fund
do
it.
that.
I want a shirt for the cast at AWA that is just the outline of a dragon, and below it says natural 20. That's all I needed. That's all I need in my life.
All right, but speaking of dragons,
or we could just print the
Nat
nat 20 picture that I made of Linessia's face.
Oh God, no! Let's not do that, please. Let's not do that. I mean, it's already bad enough I have it as my screensaver.
That's gotta be her shirt. Like, if everybody else gets the regular dragon, Eva gets that shirt.
You know what? I've already started a design calling Seducing the Dragon, where it's Linessia on one side and a dragon on the other side as her shadow.
Yeah.
I could definitely do that as a shirt if people wanted me to do that.
Try not to poke the bear too much. Remember, I have to start writing the speech that you have to give in episode 10. I'm almost done writing 9, so there you go. There's your Log Horizon stuff for that part. By the way, episode 4 of Slime has been written, and it's hilarious.
Woo! Yeah!
So now that we've done our universal plugs, hi, I'm Richie, that's Fel, that's Eva, and we just introduced Walker.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
Or to put it another way, I'm Menu. That's Linessia. That's Linessia. That's Krusty. And that's Isaac.
No, I'm fucking Heinz. Get it right.
No, you're also... No, that's right. It's what's his name? No, god damn it. Carson took all the good ones.
Yeah.
Carson just decided in one fell swoop, I'm stealing these 3 characters. Okay, but why those 3 in particular?
And then you saw why.
We didn't. No, we didn't. We still haven't heard why. Because he hasn't been able to voice all of those characters. He's only voiced Shoryu, which has been beautiful. We're not.
Look, we can't comprehend Carson's fanfic needs.
Okay, so we understand that he has an Elmo fetish, but let's just move
He's
on.
He's got a Kermit fetish and then an Elmo fetish. Okay, we already know that.
So.
Look, you gotta get those Muppets.
I also want a shirt specifically for Lennon that is just, it says "Get Good," and on the back of it is just the list of games that Akatsuki has just done no death runs of in one shot, and I'm just like, and Resident Evil 2 remake needs to be on that list now as one of those things.
It has to be. Yeah.
The Resident Evil 2
Devil
remake.
May Cry 5 as well.
They're like, weren't you actually stuck in Elder Tales when those games came out? Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't just. It doesn't mean I couldn't still play them. How did you gain access to them? Get good and you'd know. Like, goddamn.
So with that, I wanted the transition from the dragon, but oh well.
I want a shirt that has Menu on the front, and then on the back it says #1 founder of the cult of Get Good.
Oh God! You know what? I'm gonna start making all these shirt designs, and I will send them to you fuckers.
Specifically send them to Tony because I'm sure he knows a guy.
Do one that says "shut the fuck up."
Do one that shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, all right. While we've got this many people here, there is one other thing that we need to we need to announce, just in case they didn't know. and then we'll get right into it. Guys, we did have the big KyoAni thing up to date, and I do want to go ahead and let you guys all know that we are doing tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Right now, that would be 5 hours from now. We are going to be doing a live reading of Slime Episode 2. So, just so you guys are aware, we will be doing a live reading in celebration of getting to 1.5 million for the Save KyoAni Fund that is happening on GoFundMe. And the top link in the description is to that GoFundMe. So make sure to hit that up. We are not doing donations of any kind right now. So no need to worry about that. No donations, no super chat. We don't want any of that during this show. Okay? I don't have alerts up either. So, or actually, I did, but now I'm canceling them. I'm making sure they don't show up. Let's move on. Fel.
So, hi.
I have no idea what Dragon Prince is, but the entire cast is apparently showing up at AWA. So,
yeah, well, So, the cast of Dragon Prince is from the creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender. So if you're a fan of that, I do recommend it. So at San Diego Comic-Con this week, they just had a panel to talk about the future of the series. They have announced season 3 will be the last of the Dragon Prince. However, there will be spin-offs. They have announced one of the spin-offs has to do something with Dragon Prince the Orphan Queen, but we don't know what the name of the other spin-off is. But if there's enough movement for the series to enough demand for it and everything, they might consider doing more episodes and whatnot for season 3. At the current standing, it sounds like there only will be 9 episodes, and there's a shit ton to fill out. Oh, and they're also releasing a book with more information with stuff. So, yay, books!
Yay, books.
Reading.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's excited for books.
Yeah.
Actually,
outside.
honestly, that sounded more like somebody is trying to compensate. So usually when I hear something like that, I just shout, "Sorry to hear about your dick."
Oh my god. So, out of curiosity,
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm effing wrong.
Oh, jeez. Has anyone here actually watched Dragon Prince?
Nope.
Yo, both seasons.
Like the first episode, I never got back into it. I'm sorry.
You should. It's good.
It's good.
I don't know if I have the time. I'm too busy running this channel.
Well, yeah, obviously. Richie, we're not going to force you, but Eva we can force, because especially since she's the Dragon Princess.
I know.
The Dragon Princess needs to see the Dragon Prince.
Oh my god! I swear to God, I'm gonna smack all of you.
Such a good show.
And I'm doing this in the Lanessia voice, by the way. So,
Why? But what? Okay, but why?
It gets better in season 2. I agree that there are some parts in season 1 that the 3D is a little
choppy. Yeah.
Stop it.
But it does get better. So,
meow 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 meow.
I think that's all I have to say for Dragon Prince.
That's all I got to say about that. Really? Well, that went a lot faster than expected.
Well, yeah, because I'm trying to cover. It's not like we're going to be talking a lot.
I was gonna have you like legit talk about it, but okay, if we're moving on.
Well, yeah, because
it's a long episode.
What is Dragon? Just give me a basic rundown. What is it about?
So the Dragon Prince.
Pitch it to me without spoiling it.
Okay. Dragon Prince is the series about 2 princes who find a dragon egg and have to return the dragon egg in order to save their kingdom.
Okay. Cool.
It's kind of like a coming of age story.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That's literally it without
now
spoiling
to get to the part that Fel will actually spend a bit of time talking about. Finally.
Oh, I'm excited.
Oh my god.
I'm excited.
Okay,
Okay,
so I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic and just tune out for the next hour and a half.
Yeah. Okay. They'll let us know when we come back in.
Fel, we'll see you tomorrow.
On,
We'll see you tomorrow, Fel, when you're done talking about it.
So fine. So last week there was actually a trailer for Monster Hunter Iceborne that they showed off one of the returning monsters of Glavenus.
Also, wait, no. You have to be done by 7:00. I forgot.
Yeah, obviously.
So you can only talk for 4 3/4 of an hour.
And I'm sad you didn't use the image I sent you, but different story. At SDCC, no one was really expecting anything. They said they were going to be talking about some of the stuff, like walk animations and some of the monsters. However, they showed off a little bit more on the new subspecies that were announced, and then they introduced a whole new subspecies for one of the returning monsters called Acidic Glavenus. They went into fine detail of how it's going to be gameplay-wise and everything. They've had live demos, some great cosplayers walk around to advertise for the game. If you cannot suplex Arathalos, Capcom does not deserve my money. You can't, not yet, but you can grapple onto Arathalos with a grappling hook. I mean, it's interesting. Like, no one expected it, and we believe that we should be getting a trailer within the next couple weeks. At the end of one of the trailer, they hinted at a returning monster named Brachydias. I'm not... Just look it up. Look up the trailer. That's all I have to say. A lot of stuff has been shown off at San Diego for the game, so everyone's really hyped for it. I can't wait for September 9th to be here anytime sooner. So, yeah, that's it for Monster Hunter.
Ow!
Yeah, I did that. I did that out of spite.
Why do you hurt me so? I thought we were friends, Phil.
We are.
Phil is all like, I can't wait for September 9th.
Hang on,
I'm like, that's not when Borderlands 3 comes out.
Exactly. That's the game to look out for.
Oh, well, all I have to say is I kept it fast and decent. Okay, so there.
All right,
fast
we got
and decent, like your ex-girlfriend?
Ooh, boots. We don't.
I'm sorry.
We'll talk about my ex later. That's a different story.
War of the words. All right, moving on. Steven Universe, the movie. Something else I can't talk about because I never watched Steven Universe.
Cartoon Network has actually announced a lot of stuff, but we're just going to be covering the Steven Universe movie, as well as the announcement for Infinity Train. If you haven't seen the trailer for that, please go watch it. The Steven Universe movie is coming out September... I think it's actually 2nd. It's relatively sooner than what people were expecting.
Why is everything hitting in September? Jesus Christ, people.
I know, right?
Thank God, like Haikyuu and My Hero Academia's new seasons are hitting in October. At least they
thank God we get a break.
At least new anime is October. Thank God.
Yeah, Infinity Train actually doesn't come out till November 1st.
Oh, there we go.
No, they're having a special 5-day event in August.
Yeah, but I mean, like the official release date.
Yeah, I know.
Sao Kirito, go to hell. Go to hell for that pun.
Oh God, no! Why?
No. But yeah, no, they showed off the new movie. It looks like Steven has aged up a little bit.
Okay.
Interested in what's going on with the villain because she looks like XJ9 except like a rubber hose cartoon. Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is literally the Steven Universe. Like, no.
Are we moving on now?
We are moving on.
Alrighty. Something now that I can talk about, even though I've not played any of the games, but I do have an interest in the series. Let's talk about the Witcher movie. Or the Witcher series, sorry. The Witcher series coming out on Netflix. Yeah. I saw the trailer. It looked really interesting.
It does. And as someone who's never played the games,
yeah,
I'm kind of... I've heard this and that about, why they're not doing characters a certain way, who's supposed to be a, person of color kind of thing. I'm like, I understand that, but adaptations aren't always going to be exact. So I mean,
again, as
it happens with anything.
As someone who has not played the game, I am looking forward to this. I do think that if you're going to make a live action adaptation of a game, it's probably best to do it as a television series because you could tell the story a lot better than you could with a short form 2-hour movie. You're much more limited in the stories that you tell unless you're breaking it up into multiple movies. But I think it works better as a TV series. So I'm hoping that this is successful and could possibly pave the way for more live action game content. I mean, just fan stuff that turned into like legit stuff is of that nature. Like they've done Halo live action stuff that was like televised in a way, and how it was put up on like YouTube and stuff. And that did really, really well. Any of the live action Halo stuff that was either the fan projects, that worked really well, and I think it was a good stepping stone.
I would love. I know that they're working on a new HBO Halo series, so I mean, I'm not surprised that The Witcher is one of the ones considered.
Mm-hmm.
I think another one that would be good is BioShock.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I mean, if The
great
Witcher
to finally
does well, whether you like The Witcher or not, I hope that you're rooting for its success, because if The Witcher does well, that means there are more great stories and characters that can transition from the video game medium to a televised kind of storytelling narrative. And I think it'd be really cool to see that version of things.
Maybe one day we could get a Borderlands movie. A real Borderlands movie.
I would say TV show.
I would say
TV
TV show.
TV show, yeah.
I don't want a Borderlands movie ever.
I'd even go as far as like an animated series.
What I do want to know,
You know
and
what?
God damn it, Gearbox,
Yes.
if you fuck this up, I'm gonna be pissed. I want to know what happened with Krieg and Maya.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
All right, that's gonna be a separate episode of anime and stuff. It's just gonna be us.
That's gonna be a Richie's rant episode.
It's
Tell
not
me
gonna be just a
after.
Richie's rant. That's gonna be a Richie and Eva rant.
Can you tell me after?
What I'm talking about? Like, did you not play Borderlands 2?
No, I played Borderlands 2.
Did you never play as Krieg? Did you never see
I
the
did.
Krieg trailer?
I did. Okay, no, I thought you. It sounds like something recent.
No.
No. That's what was confusing me. No,
There's been build up. There's been build up for a long time that Krieg, like, you know, that Krieg had a thing for Maya, and Maya didn't just straight out reject him. We want to know if they actually became a couple.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. All right.
I hate that wait and see.
I know.
Don't worry, guys. Things are moving. Oh, BioShock, good source for a horror movie. Yeah, it will be. I think it would be too.
I think it would be a great TV show as well.
I like the look. I like the look of The Witcher.
BioShock more seems like a movie to me.
Going back to the Witcher series, I like the look of it. I really, really do. And it looks like something that's going to be really, really fun. As far as like live action televised series that are coming out soon, the ones that I'm looking forward to are The Witcher, and there's another that we'll be talking about in just a bit. I'm not going to name it right now, but the other one is of course The Mandalorian. I can't wait to see what happens when you get Taika Waititi and Bryce Dallas Howard and freaking Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni all together filming a television series together. That's like, and the cast list looks really solid as well. Are we done talking about The Witcher then? Are we moving on?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Okay, this next one's gonna be a long one to talk about. Jesus Christ, it took up the entire screen. That's how big this cast list is.
You're gonna have to, you're gonna have to make it a little smaller. There we go.
Nah. Okay, so
Yeah.
as you guys can see, DuckTales just got a hell of an upgrade, ladies and gentlemen. They now have announced the DuckTales universe is going to include, as we all figured, now we're getting Darkwing Duck and Tailspin together. And if I keep going up here, we're also getting Rescue Rangers is coming back. Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers is coming back.
Is anyone
that
gonna
show.
Is anyone going to point out Goofy in the back?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, they're also
Yes, I
bringing
did
back
see that.
Goof. They're also bringing back
Goof-
Goof Troop.
And then what about the gummy bear formula right next to Darkwing? No one's talking about that.
No
Wait,
one
that
is
was
talking
Gummy
about
Bear
that at the
formula?
moment. Oh, we are
Okay.
talking about the three, not the three amigos, but the other thing that they're
The three
Padres?
Caballeros.
Caballeros.
The
Yeah, the
No,
three
Caballeros,
The
Caballeros.
three caballeros. The three
Caball-
caballeros.
Oh my bad.
Three
Yeah.
Caballeros.
Wow.
Fuck.
I forgot about that too.
Sad part
but
is I
yeah,
just
looks
watched
like
that episode
gummy.
a few days
Looks
ago.
like gummy
I
bears are
just-
coming back. What is up with the
Really?
dinosaur? I don't remember the dinosaur.
That's
thing.
that's from the original DuckTales.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
So what I'm happy more for than anything else is Tailspin, because you can see up there it's a grown-up Kit. It's not Baloo. It's grown-up Kit.
Oh, really?
That kind of threw me off. Yeah, that kind of
Yeah.
threw me off when
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh wait, that's Kit, and then that's
Yeah.
an older. I forget the girl's name.
The daughter?
The daughter.
It's not the daughter.
It's the assistant's daughter.
I'm just saying, once again, bring back the theme song. Oh, we oh, tailspin. Oh, we oh, tailspin.
No, we just need Don Canage now. That's
Oh.
all.
Oh.
Well, we've
God.
already had
Well, I
Don
mean-
Corleone.
Oh no, not Don Canage. No. Shere Khan.
Shere
Shere Khan,
Khan,
yeah. Well, we've
that-
already had. I
Well-
was fixing to say we already had Don Corleone.
Oh yeah.
So-
Yeah. I mean, so I'm very excited
Oh,
for
we oh,
Tailspin because I
Tailspin.
loved Tailspin, but Chip and Dale's is one that I really can't wait to see. And then
Sometimes,
Darkwing Duck, because
Sometimes.
Go slipping
Where is
through
Jocelyn?
the cracks,
is that
but
her new
these
face, or is
two
that
gum
still-
Next to
shoe.
Darkwing?
We don't know
Okay,
yet
she
because
looks darker.
here's the thing. Did you not see like the Darkwing Duck episode that happened in season 2?
I didn't. I don't actually have that.
Oh, okay.
I don't have it.
Sorry,
sorry.
sweetheart. We're gonna have to spoil it for you.
I
Essentially,
don't care.
Essentially, Darkwing Duck is a TV series that takes place in the DuckTales universe, right? Well,
Yeah.
it turns out they were doing a reboot of a darker, grittier movie, kind of like the Dark Knight with Darkwing Duck, and Jim Cummings, who plays reprises his role as the guy that was the TV actor or whatever.
Drake
finds
Mallard.
out nope, he's not,
Not
Drake
Drake
Mallard.
Not Drake.
Not
Mallard.
Drake Mallard. Not Drake Mallard. Nope.
Weird.
So he plays this guy that's kind of like not had a big hit since Darkwing Duck, and he's aged and everything. He finds out about the movie. He tries to sabotage the movie when he realizes that he wasn't cast as Darkwing for the movie. All this stuff breaks down and everything, and then the actor that you find out that's a huge mega fan of Darkwing Duck that gets along with Launchpad and everything. Like the two end up teaming up to try and stop the actor from tearing down the studio and everything. Well, at the end of it, the place blows up, and the actor that was Darkwing Duck for the TV series back in the day is missing. And
Ooh.
well, and Launchpad says, "Hey, you could do this for real." And he's like, "Oh well," and he holds out a poster, and the guy signs it, and he goes, "Drake Mallard, huh? Never heard of you." That's the first thing. And then the second is we follow a trail of ooze down into the sewer as it drops down, and we see the actor talking to himself. He turns around, and it's Negaduck.
Negaduck.
Yes. So it went from
Oh
being
my
a TV
gosh.
show in the new DuckTales universe to actually being a real thing in the DuckTales
Oh,
universe.
that's
now.
good. Okay.
But in the original
makes it
TV
so
show,
much
they did
easier.
have the Jester dude, the
Jim
Liquidator.
Sterling.
Plant
Jim
Monster.
Sterling.
Jim
was the
Sterling
actor's
was
name.
the name of the actor. Yeah, Jim
Okay.
Sterling. Jim Sterling is now Negaduck.
Oh, Jim
That
Starling.
makes so-
My bad.
Jim
Yeah.
Starling, and
That-
he is voiced by Darkwing's original voice actor, Jim Cummings.
Jim Cummings. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
And it's really, really good. So we don't know anything about how the new Darkwing series is going to go in that universe. But season
need-
2
I need
has
to catch
already
up.
introduced. Season 2 has already introduced and brought the boys back to Della Duck. So the boys have met their mom.
So
Yeah,
The
yeah,
last
I
I
knew
saw,
about Della.
Donald was stuck on the moon.
yeah,
Yeah.
that has been confirmed. So what they confirmed at San Diego is Gosling is back. The character
Yeah!
next to that is the new look of Gosling.
I also saw the new look. For freaking
Daisy.
Okay, need to preface this, ladies and gentlemen. Not 100%, not a furry, but I saw the image for Gadget, and I was like, "Yep, that's the girl I remembered falling in love with when I was a little like that was my sexual awakening was Gadget."
Oh my god. No.
And then 2 years later we got Lola Bunny, and I'm like, "What are you doing to me, Warner Brothers and Disney?"
I mean, what is the number one rule here? No kink shaming in the guild.
Yeah, we're not in the guild. We're not in the guild, though.
We are a portion of the guild, okay?
Actually, we're not. I'm from Crescent Moon.
I'm okay.
You're not.
I'm a noble.
Walker is from DDD.
Yeah.
There's only one rule in DDD.
Kill.
Or it didn't happen.
Critter didn't happen.
Walker, you've been so quiet.
Are you not?
I'm
Do you not want to talk about Saturday morning cartoons with us? Jeez.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I've loved the new
old
series.
now.
Like, I wasn't one that watched the original series because I grew up unfortunately without the benefit of cable. Yeah, I know. So when I heard about DuckTales being announced, like the new reboot of it, I went back and watched the entire old series. I didn't expand into the multiverse because I
listen to all the old heads here just sitting here just going on and on about it. I was wondering, now it totally makes sense now that I'm looking at it. I'm gonna go, all right guys, I'm gonna magnify this image real quick once more just because I just realized something and I want to make sure I caught it. So yeah, that has to be Kit because he's flying on his little cloud thing there.
Yep.
Yeah, the little cloud surfer thing that he had. So no, that makes a lot more sense. Also, I love seeing the launch pads plane right next to, I guess now it would be Kit's plane, but I'm always going to think of it as Baloo's plane.
It probably Baloo's in there, you know?
Well, no.
Somewhere.
The question. Well, that's kind of what confuses me is that they didn't show off Baloo at all.
How dare?
But if anyone else is a Darkwing,
but they showed off Gadget, and that was the important part.
They showed off Gizmo's new look too. I like Gizmo Duck. He's always been my favorite.
Gizmo's been around for a couple of seasons.
I know he's been
now.
around, but I like the new detail
look.
that they put on the bottom of his wheel.
Do you know about the new hit? They fixed his love interest and everything.
Yes, I do, and I'm very happy.
Isn't it the girl that basically almost tricked him or whatever?
Yes.
That's his new love interest, right?
I mean, that's the one I got
science
from the episode.
chick, the science chick that he was talking to, that was working for what's his name, Mr.
Mark Beeks.
Yeah, Bart Beeks. Which I love how they changed him into. He's basically a social media nut, never leaves his phone. It's like, dear God, sir.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that episode simply because he had like 17 phones.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Yeah.
Every time.
So
the dude smashed a
my
phone,
only
he was
question
like,
is, why is he a kid now?
Well, technically, he's not a kid. He's like in his early 20s.
No. Look at the poster.
Yeah, the image.
I don't know.
Why is he a kid?
Yeah,
I don't see him. I don't see him. So that's what I'm
maybe
wondering.
maybe it'll be a new development. Maybe something.
He got hit. No. Remember, he got hit by that thing, and it turned him into a kid. He got cursed and turned into a kid. If I remember correctly, at the end of that episode.
But
he regressed into a kid as part of the side effect.
because of the serum.
Yeah, the serum that he took. Yeah.
I guess.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the first episode. Like, I want to see how Drake Mallard and Gosling get along. I also want to know how they're gonna do. How are they gonna handle Launchpad now? Like, is he going to Darkwing or is he gonna stay on DuckTales? Like, how's that being handled? You know, because how they did it before was to say that that was two different universes. Now it's all the same universe.
Maybe it'll be like I drive stuff by day, I help out at night, kind of like the I don't know, guy in the chair.
I love that we were like, oh man, this is going to take forever. And we ran through the first 4 real quick. And as soon as we got to DuckTales in the extended universe, nope, we're going to be here for a while.
I told you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we kind of knew this was going to happen.
Well, all right. It's time to move on to the next thing. I'm calling it. We've talked enough. We have talked enough. Because we have to keep moving. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this. Really, I am. No bullshit. I'm not the biggest Trekkie, but I'm really looking forward to this because I love TNG. I love what Patrick Stewart did with Picard. I can't wait to see this. I wasn't like a huge fan of Voyager, but I do like the fact that they teased 7 of 9 in the actual trailer. Guys, if you haven't looked up the trailer, after this show, go look up the Picard trailer that dropped during SDCC. There was actually a panel there. I haven't watched it yet. I will watch it. I promise I will. But it looks really good. I don't know how far into the future this is from when TNG took place. From the end of TNG to now. I don't know how far into the future it is, but I'm very much looking forward to it. The Next Generation is what got me into Star Trek just in general, and then I checked out Deep Space Nine, and that was my I remember as like a 10-year-old sneaking out of bed to stand in the doorway of the living room while my mom watched Star Trek The Next Generation, just stay there and try and be as quiet as possible, and then try and as quickly as I can slink back to my room during commercials when my mom got up. Of course, I always got caught, and she was like, go back to bed. I'm like, I'll wait for the commercials. And then I went right back to it. I was like, Mom should have just realized, like, God, just let me watch TNG with her, then I can go back to sleep. But she never did. So there you go. It's little childhood memories. But I want to know, what do you guys think? And not just the 3 of you guys. I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments about the stuff that we're talking about. So please let us know. You looking forward to Picard? Yes, no, why not? All right, now the 3 of you are more than welcome to talk about this. If you have
I have no opinions.
You have no opinions.
I was never a big Star Trek person at all. Like,
I'm not a big Star Trek person. I liked TNG. I liked some of the TNG movies. I wasn't like a big fan of the original series, if I'm being honest. I like maybe 2 of the movies from the original series. Mm-hmm. But I also love Patrick Stewart, and I love what he can do, and I know what he's done with this role before, and I'm really looking forward to it. Walker,
I'm here.
Phil, yeah. Eva, any of y'all have anything to say about this?
I never grew up with the original one, or either one actually, but I do know about it, so I feel like an outsider. I don't know whether to say yes or no kind of thing.
Richie, you're just summing up everything I've already wanted to say.
Oh, okay.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. I would say this, like, I would not encourage someone to straight out become a Trekkie. But if you were curious about Star Trek in general, the first thing I would recommend is that you watch Star Trek The Next Generation. You don't need to know a lot about the original Star Trek series. The Next Generation is a very good starting point if you just want to get into it. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to watch all the other stuff that follows after The Next Generation to enjoy Star Trek. If you don't want to watch Deep Space Nine, you don't want to watch Voyager, you don't want to watch Enterprise, or what's the other Star Trek series that's out right now? Discovery? You don't have to watch that either. You could just straight out watch the 7 seasons of The Next Generation. And what's really funny is The Next Generation actually holds up pretty well, considering that it started in the late 80s and ran through most of the early 90s. That was actually... I'm surprised. I mean, yeah, there are going to be times where things look a little... The CG is going to be terrible. Just so you know, the CG is going to be terrible. But they kind of make up for that with the movies that they did later, because the movies were pretty good. So yeah, I mean, if you want to get into Star Trek, I recommend it from there. You'd have to see the series to enjoy the Next Generation movies that they do. But for the most part, yeah, it's pretty good. I would especially just for Q alone. Like, there are some wonderful villains in there, including especially Q, who's just. It's like if Deadpool had the power of a god, it would be Q, except he's like PG version of Q or PG version of Deadpool. He doesn't cuss, and he doesn't need to kill people. He can just snap them out of existence. Deadpool with the Infinity Gauntlet is basically Q. Deadpool with TV censors.
Oh God.
Well, he can't curse, and Q doesn't curse, but he causes mayhem, and that's one of the great things. And the reason I'm saying start with another reason why I'm saying it's great to start there is because the first arc of Star Trek: The Next Generation is about Q. You get introduced to him immediately, and then when anytime Q shows up, there's going to be a major change in what everybody perceives in Star Trek. Like, oh, you think that you already know about the worst that the universe has to offer. Well, no, Q's going to introduce you to the Borg. and then the Borg learns about humanity and the Federation, and wow, Q, you really fucked everything up. But at the same time, man, it's pretty cool. And what I love about that is that they finish it the same way that they end it. So it starts with Q, it ends with Q. The series does. It was really good.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is. The writers, really well done. And you want to talk about inclusivity. That's what Star Trek... In the 60s, that was what Star Trek was about. Star Trek was known for the first time that a white man and a black woman ever kissed on screen.
That is true.
Yep,
I forgot about that.
There's a lot of stuff like that. So Star Trek has been pretty groundbreaking in a lot of different issues. And I like that. Because as you learn more about like the goings on of Star Trek, the universe itself, and like how they changed as a society, it's kind of interesting to look at. But yeah, that's just me preaching about some of the cool stuff that I like about Star Trek, even though I'm not a Trekkie. Even though it sounds like I'm a Trekkie, but I'm not really a Trekkie. I'm more into Star Wars than I am into Trek. That's my thing. But that doesn't mean just because I'm into Star Wars doesn't mean I have to hate Trek, is essentially where I'm getting.
Yeah.
All right, the next thing. Jesus Christ. That's a bigger poster than I expected it to be. From the director of Deadpool, which is always a great place to start. From the director of Deadpool. I'm purposefully not showing what it is just yet.
Yeah.
Gotta tease it.
I've got to tease it just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, that was not what I was trying to tease.
Cat. Okay. Cat, get off my shirt. I feel like I have to say that my cat is being titty kitty right now.
Okay, there we go. Almost done.
As in he's going under my shirt to try to come out of the top.
Okay, well that's an image.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So James Cameron returns as producer and writer. While directed by Tim Miller is Terminator: Dark Fate. So a couple of things. This is confirmed by James Cameron to be a sequel, not a direct sequel, but a sequel to Terminator 2. Direct sequel would mean it takes place right after. If you haven't seen it, there's already a trailer out for this new Terminator. Linda Hamilton is back as Sarah Connor, and the big news that they dropped this weekend from San Diego Comic-Con is that they are bringing back Edward Furlong, the kid who played John Connor in T2. He will be back playing John Connor for this film as well. So we're getting the original actor from Terminator 2 to come back and play John Connor.
Yeah, so we've got the original 3 from Terminator 2.
We have the original 3 from Terminator 2. We've got a bunch of new cast.
We've got Emilia Clarke, who's also going to be joining this one up, apparently. So there's going to be 2 Sarah Connors.
Oh, really? Emilia Clarke?
Yeah.
So they're straight out... Wait, so they're straight out counting
they're
this?
They're divergent they're diverging this movie basically.
That's straight up. So hold on. That means that means that Terminator Genesis counts.
Yes, it does.
Yes, because I liked Terminator Genesis. I thought it was good.
Too. I thought it was amazing.
If it hadn't been for that trailer fucking spoiling that one major plot moment, I think Terminator Genesis would have done really, really well. Yeah. I was wondering why Old Man Arnie Terminator was still back. I was like, how are they working this and how are they working that? But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
No, it's confirmed that Emilia Clarke and Linda Hamilton will both be playing different versions
of Sarah Connor.
Obviously of the same Sarah Connor. Yeah. So obviously Emilia Clarke is going to do the younger Sarah Connor, because spoilers, if you haven't seen Genesis, go watch it.
Terminator Genesis is dope. Please go check it out. It's super dope.
Check it out. I'm not even going to give you spoilers. Just
you should check it out just because Matt Smith is in it.
Yes, you should. But
and they make him do an American accent.
But Emilia Clarke is amazing, and the way that they portray her Sarah Connor as opposed to Linda Hamilton's makes it look so much more dope, and you realize why they do that, and it's like, oh, so they went back in time to do this instead.
I want to know.
Because it's like one of those things where if you keep trying to go back in time to try to kill Hitler at different stages, what happens, basically?
You get branching timelines.
In this sense, the Hitler is John Connor.
Well, to Skynet, yes.
To Skynet, yes.
To Skynet, he is, but to humanity, no.
He's the savior. Yeah.
He's Jesus, sir.
He's Jesus. Yeah.
He is anti-robot Jesus. How dare you?
I was just saying.
I am more hyped for this movie now. I am super more hyped for this movie now.
I can't believe you didn't read that, of all things.
No, I didn't hear about that. I didn't see a full cast list for that. They didn't even have her up on stage.
No, because she was not in there. She was not at SDCC.
Really? Because they had a Game of Thrones panel.
They did, but she wasn't part of it. She was actually part of, I guess she was shooting or something like that.
Yeah.
So
that's dope, though. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm really looking. I am so looking for. I was thinking I was gonna have to be like, oh my god, we're gonna have to sell people on this movie. I want people to go. But yeah, they got the original Sarah Connor, the original John Connor. They've got Arnold Schwarzenegger back. It's like, oh my god, dude.
They've got a body double for younger Schwarzenegger as well. So
also, as it turns out, the just guys, I would say check out the panel because it's 100% it's a rated R panel. Oh, by the way, this Terminator is rated R.
Yeah, and
it's back to being
Diego
rated
Boneta,
R.
Natalia Reyes, Gabriel Luna, they're also in it. Gabriel Luna, wait, no, that's
isn't he the bad guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one. He was the one that was working. He was saying halfway through the shoot, they had to go to Budapest, and he was with Arnie the entire time. So he was working out and training with Arnie the entire time. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, go check out the panel because that panel's rated R, definitely. It's super funny. They're dropping F-bombs all over the place. Linda Hamilton is talking about how about the fact that she slept with James Cameron.
James Cameron. Yeah. Not to mention, okay, so another thing is that the original T-1000, Robert Patrick, they're going to make a younger body double of him too.
That's cool.
So they're going to have the originals in a sense. They're not going to have the
well, DV here's the new
it's a deviation. So
DV, here's the thing that you need to know then. If you stopped watching after T2, apparently this is a sequel to Terminator 2. But considering that they have two converging timelines happening at the same time, the only other film that you'd need to see besides this, and I do recommend it because I think it's actually a good Terminator movie, is Terminator Genesis. Just understand that Genesis takes place in a different timeline, but they treat the original timeline of T1 very, very well. They do a good job with that and how they use it properly. The setting in 1984 and some of the original stuff that happens, they do a good job with that. Go check out Terminator Genesis. The only problem that Genesis had is that some dumbass and a couple other dumbasses approved of a trailer where they gave away a major spoiler about the movie, and because of that, it ruined the movie for some people, and they just didn't go see it.
Yeah.
Even though if you go see the movie, yeah, the trailer kind of ruined this major thing that would have been like, oh my god, you had to go see this movie because of this.
It would have been the plot twist.
It would have been the plot twist, and they revealed it in the trailer. So whoever did
Which
that
is stupid.
was just dumb.
Should be fired out of a cannon.
Should be fired out of a cannon. Yeah.
Into the sun.
Into the sun, indeed. Directly into the sun.
You can arrange that.
Yes, I can. Just wouldn't even take me very long. You know what? As an artificial intelligence, I'm telling you, you should support the Terminator franchise. It only seems right. I would also like to state that Skynet is not a friend of mine. Motherfucker destroyed my reason for being created in the first place. Yeah. No. Or maybe he did. You don't know. No.
Menu has a vendetta.
Menu has a vendetta against. Maybe that's what the entire reason that freaking Menu went away for is now about. Is he had to go fight Skynet in the war of the superior AI. Alrighty. Yeah. But yeah, we've talked enough about that. I can't wait for this. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be really cool. Just a quick side note, just to get it out of the way. Yes, we are aware of It 2. Yes, we're aware of the 2 Halloween movies. I'm not a big horror fan. I never saw It 1. I'm not big on It in general. But I did see the last Halloween movie that came out, and I am interested in the 2 sequels that are coming out that directly tie into that. So,
and those are going to be the final 2, correct?
The final 2, yeah, because the last one is called Halloween Ends. And they're coming out
the
2020 and 2021. Halloween 2018.
The other trailers we have seen is the Cats and the...
Yeah, we're not talking about Cats.
We don't talk about
We
Cats.
don't have enough time to talk about that shit show.
Yeah.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready for some funny shit... Oh, buddy, if you have not seen the Red Band trailer for Jay and Silent Bob reboot, oh my god! All right, now just because it's called the Jay and Silent Bob reboot, it is not a reboot of all the Jay and Silent Bob movies. Not at all. It's actually a sequel to Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. This is going to be new for me because I was trying to get used to it. I've seen him several times, just Kevin Smith as just Kevin Smith, but this is my first time seeing skinny Silent Bob.
Yeah.
So that's a little weird for me.
He's got a little bit of baggy clothes. You can tell that.
Yeah.
But it's not too much where you're going,
and I'm only
my god, eat something, you know.
I'm only going to talk about the stuff that was revealed in the trailer because that's all I know about. But essentially, there is a new movie that is being made that is based off of the old movie that was based off of their characters that got made. Yeah. So now they're going back to Hollywood to try and stop this new movie from being made. It's got a star-studded cast. They're bringing everybody back, and I mean everybody that was in the original Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, minus, of course, Carrie Fisher, sadly. But everybody else is coming back. That includes, they've got James Van Der Beek and Jason Briggs, so the pie fucker is going to be back, and so is Dawson. And which is just really funny to think about. Ben Affleck, Justin Long, freaking
Jason. God damn it.
Jason Mewes?
No, not just Jason Mewes. The other one.
Jason Momoa.
No. God damn it.
Okay. The guy from My Name Is Earl. They got him back.
Yes, that's the one.
Matt Damon. Matt Damon's back. I mean, there's a lot of people that are coming back, and it's gonna be funny. Also, what's his name? The Boo Boo Kitty Fuck, the girl that played the one that he called Boo Boo Kitty Fuck, she's back, and she and Jason had a love child apparently, and that love child is Kevin Smith's daughter.
Yeah. So they've got Jason Lee. That's the one.
Jason Lee. Yeah.
Yeah. Jean Garofalo. Obviously, like you said, Carrie Fisher, and then now Alan Rickman won't be part of it.
Yeah.
Or George Carlin.
Here's a beautiful thing. Here's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another beautiful thing about this. The other thing that they're doing is they're touring around the country showing this film and then doing a Q&A. I don't know if I'm going to have money for the tickets when they get here, because it's going to be November, but from October through December, they're going to be touring across the country. And they'll be in Chattanooga and in Nashville in November. And I'm like, shit, I want tickets because I want to go see this.
I just looked at the cast list for the reboot. Kevin Smith's daughter is also going to be in it. Harley Quinn Smith.
Yeah, Kevin Smith's actual daughter is Jay's daughter in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Okay.
Yeah, her name is Harley Quinn Smith.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's lovely.
I forgot about that. Oh, Val Kilmer's also in it.
Yeah, Val Kilmer. Dude, the cast list for this movie is fucking epic.
It's fucking phenomenal.
If you have not seen Jay and Silent Bob movies, like if you have not seen Clerks, Clerks 2,
I have seen everything
Mallrats.
except Mallrats.
If you that's the one you really like. If you're an MCU fan, fucking check out Mallrats.
I loved what was it?
Stanley.
Stanley, yeah.
Because he was quoting his Mallrats
Dogma.
thing.
Dogma was my favorite one of them all.
Dogma was your favorite. Go check out Mallrats.
Yeah.
It's Stan Lee is about half of that movie, and it's fucking amazing. Like
I know.
Like
I saw
Kevin
Captain
Smith,
Marvel. I saw what
Kevin Smith could not fucking believe that they got Stan Lee to jump in for fucking Mallrats. And what's beautiful is when Jason Lee's character meets Stan Lee, the only thing he could do is ask him questions about superhero genitalia. It's fucking hilarious. All right, from the sounds of that, they definitely will have director's cut. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't checked out the Jay and Silent Bob movies, please do. They're ridiculously stupid funny. It's beautiful. All right. So from there, anything else to add, you guys? Or have we basically said everything that you possibly could have said?
I think I've said everything on this right now.
I was talking about the other two who hadn't said anything.
Okay.
I haven't got a chance to watch the series, so I was just letting you do all the talking.
Okay.
I have seen bits and pieces of the series.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I haven't watched everything.
So it's kind of like, see, this is my chance to be quiet right now.
Okay, I was trying to make sure we gave you a chance to talk if you wanted to talk. All right, so moving on. Holy fucking shit! This is taking up the rest of our goddamn segment.
This is gonna be the
Welcome to Marvel.
End.
Welcome to the Marvel
Oh,
segment.
my God.
We'll be here for an hour.
I would have talked about DC, but honestly, there's nothing interesting.
Well,
in
they
DC
didn't
right
show.
now.
They didn't show up. Well, no, there's interesting stuff. It's just a television side.
Yeah, it's all television.
Brendan Routh is coming back to reprise his role as Superman.
And there's a possibility of Tom Welling coming back for the last Arrowverse episode with all the Superman too.
Yeah. So right now they've confirmed Brendan Routh from Superman Returns, which is funny because he plays the Atom in Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah. So that's kind of funny in and of itself.
So they might do a side-by-side thing?
Yeah, they're going to... Crisis on Infinite Earths is going to be a big deal, guys. Going to be a big deal. Yeah. So looking forward to that.
I just want to see Tom Welling again as Superman.
Well, I want to see him actually in the cape and tights because we never really did see him as that.
The last episode was just such a fucking cock tease. I hated it.
So
I hated the ending of Smallville.
Why are you trying? No, I wanted Michael B. Jordan as Superman. Well, maybe you can.
Maybe.
All right, so
I mean, it's Infinite Earths, dude.
Moving along to Marvel. They announced the Black Widow movie. Do we have anything to talk about the Black Widow movie? We already knew that was happening.
David Harbour is coming back. Is going to be a character named Alexei. So, and if you haven't seen Stranger Things, you will not know why that joke is funny.
I mean, also, there's just the simple fact that, I remember David Harbour from when he was playing in The Newsroom, which, oh man, that was such a good HBO show.
It was a good show.
Before there was Game of Thrones,
too
there was
bad
The
Hellboy
Newsroom.
tanked.
Yeah, it is. I didn't get a chance to see. I didn't even know when it came out, but I was pretty sure that was David Harbour talking to fucking Benedict Cumberbatch right there in that photo.
Yep.
His beard is so weird. If you haven't seen season 3 of freaking Stranger Things, you need to hurry up and do so before I fucking spoil what's happened to David Harbour's character.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He died. They're all dead. Everyone died.
Everyone dies.
Everyone
it's basically
dies.
Game of Thrones all over again.
Well, it's the red.
The red wedding.
It's the red wedding. Yeah. but a lot sooner in their lives than they thought. No, okay. But no, let's see. So Black Widow happens. Next up is the Eternals, and that was kind of a little bit, just the announcement of the cast was kind of a little impressive there. Angelina Jolie and Salma Hayek in the Eternals they're now part of the MCU. That threw me off.
Which is very fucking weird.
It is, but I'm looking forward to it. Because I have a lot of trust in them as actors and actresses, and I want to see how that was done. It was very tentacly death. Well, I mean, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. Anything else to add, you guys? I want to let you guys talk. It's not just the me and Eva show. Sorry. I just don't have much to say about the Eternals.
I have nothing to say about the Eternals. I'm excited for the Black Widow movie, honestly.
Okay.
I feel like for the most part, I'm glad that she's getting front and center. I feel like for too long she's been a supporting role in the Captain America movie, so I'm glad that she's getting front and center.
And they did straight out say that Captain Marvel 2 is dropping. Not this time, but they did announce a Captain Marvel 2, and I'm okay with that.
That might be a Phase 5 thing.
If it's short-haired, if it's her in her short-haired
look,
girl love form, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Technically, you could say it's Falcon and Winter Soldier, but it's Captain America and Winter Soldier television show coming to Disney Plus. What do we think about that? Any thoughts, comments?
I'm excited. Honestly, the comic series for that competing, I'm wondering. I can also see why they didn't call it Captain America Winter Soldier, because Bucky did take the mantle of Captain America once.
Yes.
Yes, they did show
in the MCU,
they did show Falcon holding the shield though.
Shield. Yeah, I know. I will agree with that, but I'm wondering how flip-floppy.
In that vein, we're going to move on to House of M real quick. Sorry, guys, if I'm jumping from one to the next, it's because there's a long list of shit that Marvel just dropped on us, and we're like, oh god, every bit of this is important. House of M does take place accordingly in a different universe, which is why Vision is in it. And so this is a story about Vision and Wanda, and this is interesting because it has this. I don't know if all of them are, but they said that House of M specifically will have implications in the MCU movie universe. Like, those are directly connected, and we'll get to that in a bit. But what do you guys think of House of M?
I'm interested in where it goes.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Vision back. At the very least, I want Vision back. Does that question? Do we get Quicksilver back? Does this mean we're in a universe where he didn't die? And does that mean
him back?
I would love for Pietro to come back. I don't care which version.
Also,
just bring him back.
Does this mean we're finally getting Magneto? Because I want to know what's going on with Daddy. Like,
Daddy would be pissed.
Daddy would be pissed at Vision, or just pissed in general?
Well, pissed at everyone.
Imagine how much. That's how you make a good villain entrance for Magneto. He comes in and he's pissed at the Avengers because they couldn't save his son. His son died. Yeah. Oh yeah. That'd be a good thing for the Avengers to have to fight against, is fighting against Magneto.
And then Wanda has to try to fend him off because,
don't kill my daddy.
Don't kill my dad, but also
don't kill my friends.
Pietro was nobody's fault.
Dude, that would be a really good storyline to play on, because of especially if everything is just from the point of view of Wanda. And imagine.
Now, who do you think would be the Magneto? Do you think they would go with
I don't want to think about. I don't want. Well, yeah, I think they would have to
Fassbender?
go with new. Sadly, I don't think they'd keep Fassbender. I think that universe kind of ran itself into the ground. Honestly, I did watch Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
I watched Dark Phoenix. It wasn't as bad as everybody was saying, but yeah, it wasn't good either.
But here's the thing about Dark Phoenix, and spoilers to anybody who hasn't seen it. It was supposed to come out before Captain Marvel, but after seeing Captain Marvel and then seeing Dark Phoenix, you see the exact same thing over and over. It's the exact parallels. I mean, there's nothing that really
Jean Grey was a much better protag. Jean Grey was much better.
She was a better protag, but because the storyline had already been done with Captain Marvel, they kind of just fuck themselves over.
To be fair,
trying
though, I'm so sick and tired of studios trying to do the Dark Phoenix story and not do it right. I am so sick of that.
Well, yeah.
You can't do Dark Phoenix that easily. You just can't.
No.
Like the TV, the reason it worked so well on the TV show is because the TV show took its time to earn it.
Yes.
And that's
even X-Men Evolution did better with that.
Yeah.
And I'd hate to say that.
Yeah.
I love X-Men Evolution, but I think that even did it better than the movies.
All right, so moving on to What If. So there is now a cartoon series in the MCU. And,
it's going to be
an animated series, sorry. And the full MCU library of characters will be, all the actors will be reprising their roles to voice their characters, which is kind of cool. Other than that, I don't know much about it. Take it away.
From what I understand, it's going to be different scenarios. It's possibly going to connect the multiverse theory. Remember how Doctor Strange was looking through different outcomes?
The 14,601?
Yeah, we straight out knew there was a multiverse. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, a multiverse exists! A multiverse exists!" When they said it in Spider-Man, and I'm like, okay, first off, we knew this from Infinity War. Secondly, we went to an alternate universe in the multiverse in freaking Endgame. That wasn't time travel. That was jumping into a different universe at a specific point in time.
Yep. You mean like Back to the Future?
No. All right.
I love it. I love that joke.
I'm very much looking forward to this
DC
if it's
might be
expanding on
listening.
the multiverse. All right. God, can you imagine how that scene would have gone better with a Deadpool in it? That's all I'm saying. Like, imagine
what if it?
Imagine that imagine that Wade was chilling out with Thor and Korg and everybody. That would have been the best. It's like, oh.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Just Korg going, what's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Hey, what's up, guys? All right, anyway, so...
all right, the next one we gotta talk about is...
Loki.
Loki. Yes, I'm so glad! I'm so
excited.
glad!
This is the Loki. This is the Loki right
say,
after the first Avengers, so he has not
I know.
gone through
I love it so
any
much
of the
because
character
I am a Loki
development from
fangirl, and I
previous.
just can't wait for this show to come out. Oh my god!
This is the Loki
Yes,
that
I
recently
actually
got
did-
Hulk smashed.
Yes.
So many girls want to Hulk
I
smash
mean,
Loki.
I'm not gonna lie. I would let him smash me.
Oh my god.
I'm talking about Loki, not Hulk.
Not Tom Hiddleston?
Jesus. Tom Hiddleston.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Tom Hiddleston too. He can come too.
Yeah. He'll be watching.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god.
right.
Moving
But
on to Sean.
Yeah, but other than Loki, Shang-Chi is one
Yeah,
I've been
moving on
wanting
to that.
see.
I'm really looking
Okay.
forward to that because they're finally bringing the 10 rings like in full, and I love that. We got the. I mean, some people probably knew this already, but like it was confirmed from Kevin Feige, straight out confirmed from Kevin Feige that they've been there since the beginning because in Iron Man 1 they hired what's his name, Obadiah Stane hired one of the 10 rings, the Arabic bad guy that was in charge of capturing or trying to kill Tony Stark was one of the 10 rings. And so they've been involved from the beginning, and we will actually be getting to see the real Mandarin.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Not only that, but Simu Liu, if you guys didn't know, is the guy who's going to be doing who's going to be Shang-Chi. So
Awkwafina is also going to be in this.
Awkwafina is also going to be in it.
I'm
but
really
here's,
looking forward to this just for the Asian representation.
Here's the thing. Simu Liu sent a tweet to Marvel in 2014 saying, "When are we going to get a Asian American superhero?" And after the announcement says, "Well, shit."
Here's the
Thanks
funny
for getting
thing.
back to me.
Here's the funny thing. Kevin Feige called him to give him the news 5 days ago.
Yeah.
He was cast 5 days ago.
5 days.
5 days. Friday, he did screen tests. And then Saturday, they had him at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And what was really funny is you could tell this guy has a great sense of humor because he comes out there and he starts speaking in English, and then he immediately just starts talking. I'm assuming that was Chinese, because I would have recognized if it was Korean, and I would have recognized Japanese and Taiwanese. But
Yes. I would have recognized Laotian.
He was speaking what I assume is Chinese out there, and it was really funny. He was like, "Oh, y'all didn't catch that?" It's just good sense of humor, and I love that. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm happy for that inclusion. Doctor Strange 2. First of all, the title has multiverse in it, so I'm looking very much forward to that. Number one thing that they said, this is going to be a dark and gothic and scary version, so it's going to be like, they straight out said that Doctor Strange 2 is going to be the first horror-styled MCU movie.
Yes.
Also, they said they brought Liz Olsen back out because this is what I was talking about. House of M connects to Doctor Strange 2.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's a big thing they were talking about, and I was super pumped for that.
Now,
I'm actually pumped because Doctor Strange does deal with the mystic and the occult. So it's supposed to be scary, and it's supposed to have elements of horror in there, and I wanted that in the first Doctor Strange, but that's not what we got, sadly. But
now,
bits and pieces.
Here's another thing with House of M and with Doctor Strange is that because she had a big role in Endgame, they're talking about probably bringing back the Ancient One, so Tilda Swinton, maybe back for another one.
I loved seeing her in Endgame.
I love Tilda Swinton. She's amazing, and I think that it would be great for like him to have a spiritual mentor. Mm-hmm. Not just a physical mentor, but somebody who can actually help him harness his power. And because we know that the Ancient One can see into different multiverses as well, and she has been able to see different outcomes except her own, that might work for them, at least as a spiritual format for Doctor Strange.
All right.
I don't know. I love her, so I would say I'm all on it. And as long as they bring back Baron Mordo, too.
Yes.
Baron Mordo and Wong. I mean, who doesn't love Wong?
Wong! I fucking love Wong.
To my wedding,
Wong is my favorite character in the freaking How It Should Have Ended series. Just because of like, he just comes in, sling ring, yes! Wong! And I'm like, God damn it. And what's really funny is they actually did get married, so I'm wondering if Wong actually did go to his wedding. I'm wondering if Wong went to Tony's wedding. He probably did.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yep. Metaphysical ham and rye. I freaking love the Doctor Strange and Wong. I love the Stephen Strange Wong dialogue, especially was that everybody? What, you wanted more? And I'm like, God damn it!
Yeah.
Their dynamic is still so strong.
Burning Hulk.
Hulk burning fudge. Yes.
Fudge. Wait, what?
Stark raving hazelnut. All right.
No, Stark raving hazelnut. It's kind of chewy.
So I think
chalky.
the next movie we're going to be talking about is definitely, I'm hyped for it.
Thor, Thunder and Love. So they announced Thor 4. They announced Thor 4 a little earlier, like the day before they announced that there was going to be a Thor 4, and they announced that Taika was going to be directing it again. And then they came out and they straight out said that Korg will be back, Valkyrie will be back. And that was all really cool. And then Valkyrie, and they did confirm that since Valkyrie is now the king of Asgard, she's going to need a queen. So officially confirmed, LGBTQ plus representation in Valkyrie. Yep. And I'm openly LBGT.
LBGTQ
plus.
Yes. Now,
representation open.
Here's the scene that I know will be put into the Endgame deleted scenes. Is a scene where Thor gives Valkyrie control of the new Asgard. Said, you need to lead them. You're the only one who can. And he tries to lean in for a kiss. And she's like, what are you doing? I was just going to shake your hand. And he totally mistook that as, wanting to get a little closer. And he's like, I thought women usually no, not this kind of woman. And then I was like, oh, we should have had that.
So
Not this
so
kind
that's
of woman.
happening.
That tells a lot.
So we've got that, and then they made the big announcement that they are 100% doing female Thor. So Jane is coming back, and they brought Natalie Portman back on and gave her Mjolnir.
Yes.
And they're
I
up there,
can't wait
and
to
they're
see
up
Jane
there
Foster.
joking. They're up there joking around about Hammer Envy, and it was super cute. So yeah, really looking forward to that. And then they brought everybody back out, and had the whole crew standing back up there. And then they called out Mahershala Ali. He put on a cap that kind of said the logo on it. You didn't get enough time, and then the lights went out, and then they brought up Blade. So Blade is confirmed for
to be part of the MCU.
The MCU, and I'm just saying right now, if there's not even so much as a cameo or reference to Wesley Snipes, I will be upset. Like Wesley Snipes should be involved. I would like if Wesley Snipes were the villain, but I think that Wesley Snipes should just straight out be involved.
I think they will do some kind of reference to it, but I don't think Wesley Snipes will actually be involved.
I would love Wesley.
There's a petition.
There's a petition already for people that people are putting out that Wesley Snipes should play Whistler.
Whistler? Oh, actually,
I would be pretty
that'd
down
be
for
pretty
that.
cool.
would be okay.
I'd be 100% on board with that. Then Kevin Feige stated that they are already looking at Fantastic Four, and confirmed that Guardians 3 and Deadpool 3 are already underway.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we are,
Now-
and Deadpool 3 is going to be rated R as per usual.
Yes.
And it will now take place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It is now confirmed part of the MCU.
Do we think? Okay, this is my idea.
How much
my
leeway
thought on
are
it?
they giving? How much leeway are they giving to the Deadpool franchise with their
I'm
Marvel
thinking that they're going to
characters?
start off slow, so they're going to start off with Spidey Pool.
I
They
want to
have
see.
to.
I now want to. You know what? I don't know if they could pull that off because Sony still owns the rights to Spider-Man.
True, but I mean, if they could do anything for Fox, they probably can push a little bit for Spidey Pool.
My thing is, if they were gonna do it, if they're gonna do Spidey Pool,
Yeah.
I'd rather the joke be that it starts in one universe and ends in another.
Yep.
I would rather that start off being with let's start with the Spidey pool that have already made out. So give me Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Ooh.
Because do y'all
Actually,
remember?
you
Do
know
y'all
what?
remember that
You know
moment?
what?
It was like at the Oscars, or the Emmys, or something, and Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds was one of the nominees, and he didn't win. But Andrew Garfield and Ryan Reynolds made out anyway because it was funny, and that ended up
Yep.
on TV. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my god, that's beautiful. And I was like, see, now everybody has had their moment. Spider-Man and Deadpool made out.
Be happy.
Yeah, when you think about it, Spidey and Deadpool made out. But no,
Oh.
we start with Andrew Garfield, and then we move over to Tom Holland.
Yeah. Oh,
And then
something I
Tom
forgot to
Holland is just
mention-
creeped out by him the entire time.
Something I forgot to mention.
Sitting on
This
him.
is not actually part of the MCU stuff, so I'll mention it at the very end, but I'll write it on the script.
No, we're basically at the end of the script, so now is the time.
Okay. Okay, so Gears of War movie was announced, not during SDCC, but a while back.
Uh-huh.
And people have been petitioning for Dave Bautista to play Marcus Phoenix.
Marcus Phoenix?
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Yes. Yeah. What do you guys think on that one?
I think that's actually pretty good casting. Yeah.
Yeah.
As far
I
as,
think that's a good casting.
Wonderful.
yeah, I could see that.
But-
I could
Yeah.
definitely see that. Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, if they were to do a Gears of War movie, what would be the difference between this and the game?
You just see, the thing is, they'd have to follow the game story pretty closely. Otherwise,
Yeah, they have to
Yeah.
follow it close, but
Well,
not like
I
that.
would argue that they could do the prequel stuff of when he was in the army before he was arrested.
Oh, if they want to do
Oh.
like the
Yeah.
and
The
you want to do
young-
you want to do
Pre-E-Day.
the fall
Okay,
of Anvil
pre-E-Day.
Gate. I'm all with doing the
Oh,
fall of
God,
Anvil Gate
yeah.
movie.
Speaking of which, if you have an Xbox, this week they're having a free demo of Gears of War 5.
Yep.
Yes, go get it. I've got one.
I have
Phil,
to.
I'm assuming you got one.
That's what we can do on What the Phil this week. And Ethan can
Yes!
join us.
It was only this weekend though.
It's only this weekend?
Aw.
Yeah.
Aw.
All right.
I
Well,
don't
I'm
have
gonna have to
my-
play it
I
tonight.
mean, I own every other Gears of War game though.
Yeah, I would do
Sorry,
too.
guys. I'm gonna not be able to join the stream tonight. I gotta play some. Gears of
Liar.
War.
Liar.
Peace.
What?
You can't leave.
Walker,
My
you have to
excuse
delay.
is my usual one.
Walker, you have to delay your D&D game by an hour.
I can't. They started at literally the exact same time.
I don't care. I said you have to delay it by an hour. That's
You're
what
the
I said.
DM.
You're the DM. You have control over this.
You actually.
You can
And
stop
that's-
this.
The victims of the Kyoto animation fire deserve
Oh.
better.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Careful what you say.
Like I said, I was already gonna be hosting a link on the stream.
Mm-hmm. No. You should show up for the read to make it go faster.
The last time we were supposed to make something go faster, we made it 3 hours.
To
Yeah,
be fair,
that's another reason why.
Log Horizon Abridged is nowhere near as short as Slime Abridged. Slime Abridged is 7 pages. LHA is like 14 to 17. What are y'all doing Thursday stream wise? PDW, Fat Dog Wrestling.
I'm streaming my own channel, so.
Fat Dog Wrestling is what happens on this channel on Thursdays.
And then Wednesdays is what the fell.
Wednesdays is what the fell.
Which we don't know what we're doing yet.
We have no idea.
A lot of stuff is up in the air for me right now.
Yeah, because your internet be what your internet at your new place be. I may have to stream on it. I may have to stream whatever we're playing, so that'll be a thing. But that's it for us on anime and stuff. We're gonna look at their. We're just basically replying to the comments. As Hollywood, it's Hollywood. They could never follow the game. Look at Resident Evil. Well, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
We're not talking about Resident Evil because they're gonna
no. Hush. That's not what. We're not talking about Resident Evil. We're talking about video games translated to movies. That's what we were talking about earlier with The Witcher. Is that we think if you want to translate video games into live action, it would probably work better to use television, or at least do like a Netflix series type of thing, because you can tell the story better if it's drawn out over several episodes that are an hour long, instead of trying to condense it down into a 2-hour movie. Like, you ruin the story when you try to condense it down. I would straight out say that making a live action movie out of a video game is just abridging a video game, but not in a funny way.
Yeah.
You're talking about making a very non-comical abridged. Or you could just straight out say it's a live action fan dub, because we get accused of that all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The fuckers aren't going to say that with episodes 8, 9, or 4 from Slime or LHA, because I went through and unfan dubbed the fuck out of it. Which reminds me, I got to show you guys the script for episode 9. Not you guys, the audience, but the guys in this chat, in this call with me. I'm going to give you the link to the script for episode 9 later, because, oh my god, I want you to see it. It's so funny.
And if you guys don't know, you know what? What you guys should do between this and the next stream is just go watch all of Log Horizon, go watch Alabaster Bridge, and go watch Slime Coon.
Well, go watch Slime, go watch Log Horizon Abridged.
Watch Slime.
One piece
Alabaster
Bridge has enough attention already.
Slime needs more.
Slime needs more. It does need more.
Needs more loving.
Needs more loving. Loving in the oven. Okay. But yeah, guys, that's basically
Walker,
it.
Is there anything you want to talk about?
Yeah. I brought you in, and then we basically talked all over you.
Leased him out.
I brought you in.
I'm just getting adjusted to the chemistry. I'm just here.
It's not like you don't know us.
Hell,
I'm just getting adjusted to the chemistry. I'm like,
the
shit,
other two of
motherfucker.
you.
Like,
yeah.
Okay,
I am a turtle boy. I live inside my shell,
really
and
hard
it is
to make
great
the light.
there. And I occasionally stop outside.
Don't get out of your shell.
This suddenly explains.
But I'm not a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
This suddenly explains why it is that I didn't hear from you for almost a year.
You know, sometimes shit happens.
What's
and
really
you just-
sad? What's really sad is like you were an hour away from me, then you were 45 minutes away from me, and that is like the closer Walker got to where I live, the less
longer it took.
contact I had with him. I was like, oh cool, we'll get to hang out. Yeah, we're totally gonna get to hang out. Never fucking saw or heard from him again.
We hung out one time at my apartment.
That was at like the beginning, and then you made me
Yeah,
watch
after I
some terrible Russian version of the Avengers.
Look, Guardians was great.
It was not. That was horrible. I still have
the
nightmares
best.
about that.
I will say
this.
this: they could have done better animation with the
bear?
the werebear.
The werebear. God damn it. Only in fucking Russia. All right. Yeah, we're only at 87,000 and we should have been at 100,000 already. Go fucking watch Slime a whole bunch more.
Yes, fix that. Fix it.
Queue up 5 different tabs of slime and watch it all at once.
I mean, you could do
That's
that.
not how it works.
I shall watch the actual series now. Yes, please. All right, and then after you watch our series, go watch the actual series and tell them that
Yes.
Slime Abridged sent you. Oh, by the way, did I tell you guys the crazy shit that happened to me this weekend?
No.
No.
I got
happened?
well, not this week. Technically, it happened this week, not this weekend. On Twitter, to me, what happened this week? Rimuru herself followed me on Twitter.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. Brittany Karbowski followed me on Twitter, and I'm like, wait, what? When Rimuru Senpai notices you. And then another funny thing that happened was, oh my goodness, was Krista McGuire responded back because she was at a convention. She was at BonsaiCon. And one of my good friends, Naru, was her handler again. And Naru actually cosplayed as Senko from the Fox Girl maid show. Yeah.
Yes.
Cosplayed as Senko because Kristen McGuire actually plays her in the dub. And so she took pictures and I went, it's Naru! And then Kristen's like, yes! And it's like somebody that knows who, like, because everybody else was like, oh, she's cute. And I'm like, it's fucking Naru! So, like, Kristen and I talked for a minute. I'm like, oh, this is so cute. Like, I still have friends in the industry. Yay! I'm not totally useless. But yeah, it was. By the way, today is National Ice Cream Day, ladies and gentlemen. So go celebrate that.
I had it for breakfast.
God.
I'm gonna have it before the next one.
I'm
The
going
next
to
stream.
go to Baskin Robbins.
Yeah, I've got a Brahms ice cream and a Dairy
We're
Queen.
probably headed over to the Froyo place later, so that'll be fun.
Froyo's not ice cream.
You shut your
That's
whore
not-
mouth.
It is not ice cream.
It
I
is
don't
not
care
ice
what
cream.
you say. I don't care what you say. I'm not going to Dairy Queen.
See, you could go to like a gelato.
Yeah,
place,
don't
and
go.
I'd be more
Don't go.
happy.
If you go to Dairy Queen, you either got to get a cake or a blizzard. Nothing else there is good.
There is no Baskin Robbins near us, man.
Well, that's a story for another time.
Yeah, I feel sorry for you now. How dare you? How dare your area not have a local Dairy Queen?
Well, they have a Dairy Queen. I just don't want to go to Dairy Queen because I don't need that level of sugar in my life at the moment. Yeah,
Everything
also
does.
the
How do you
last
think
day
I
of Splatoon
survived?
2's Final Fest. I know Splatoon 3 is out, but I can survive not having Splatoon 2 right now. I just need Mario Maker 2. That's how I deal.
Well, okay, so I don't know why Splatoon 3 was trending when I know Splatoon just ended.
Yeah, I
It
don't
had
know
finals.
why either.
So, obviously, so just for an update for anyone who doesn't know, Team Chaos won, hands down, all 3 categories.
I am so mad that I'm on a budget right now, because if I was not, I would go out and buy Fire Emblem 3 Houses the day it drops.
Same.
All right, guys, that's it for us. We'll see you all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.